What's up, guys? This is NorbCam coming at you along with Atlanta Falcons fan David, also known as Sports Live in the ATL. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do it. We're in the week preparing for the Super Bowl. Sadly, of course, our team is not in it, but the NFC representative, Atlanta Falcons, are going to try to bring it home for the first time. And I just had to check in with David one more time here as it's leading up to this big game. David, tell me your feelings as you're just a few days away from the Super Bowl. What's going through your mind as an Atlanta Falcons fan who's on the doorstep of their first Super Bowl? How's it feeling right now?
Excitement, nervous, surreal. I mean, this is probably the most low-key you'll see me because, I don't know, man, rooting for the team as I have all these years since the 80s and stuff. You know, I never expected when we got to the first Super Bowl. I thought after 2012, I thought that our window closed. But Dan Quinn, coming from Seattle, thank you, Seahawks, just opened the door back up for us, man, and everything is clicking. And I'm excited. I'm nervous. I mean, even though I talked a lot of junk on YouTube, if y'all watch my channel, because I told you I'm going out on top no matter what. So I'm letting everything hang out. But I'm also humble enough to know that the Patriots will be a huge test for us, but will also be a huge test for them for the best they faced. And to know that all the years have culminated in this year and last year and culminated down to one game, winner take all for the Super Bowl championship. I've been dying for Atlanta to get it my whole life, Nor, because for those who follow sports heavy, know Atlanta's come short many, many times in a lot of sports. And to know that we're so close to taking it and it'll never be taken away, it's exciting. It's like Atlanta in the Super Bowl championship books as a winner. Nobody, ever saw it coming. So I'm excited.
Well, it's, again, as a football fan and probably the other 30 teams out there who would love to be in your position. I, of course, am envious. Wish we could be in your position right now. We were so close to doing it. But I recently reposted my NFC Championship and my Super Bowl 48 in the 2013-2014 season. And I reposted that because one, I had to take it down from before, but I thought just being that this is another Super Bowl year, I thought I'd bring it back up. But I did that because I wanted to kind of share with people again what that was like to win our first one. And, where you guys are now is very similar to where we were when we won it 2 years ago or 3 years ago, because we had also made a Super Bowl appearance one time and also lost, which is what you guys have done. And now you're making it for the second time. And for us, the second time was the charm. So, maybe if it follows in the same pattern for you guys, it could be a similar situation. But I wanted to get a sense of, it was interesting watching the storylines surrounding this game. New England media, New England fans, they're very arrogant by nature, as everybody knows. And I remember the first time listening to some media from New England saying that they were disappointed that it had to be the Falcons because there just isn't a lot of drama there. This is not a storyline. There's no historic rivalry, any real substance, which I remember hearing that when the Seahawks made it to their first Super Bowl. But I think the Patriots are the favorite right now by a very small margin. But it's going to be an interesting game to see how it plays out because you got number one scoring offense against number one scoring defense. And over the last few years, we've seen that the defenses, when it became the best of the best against each other, the defenses have neutralized the offenses. Just curious how you feel about the way the whole kind of the storylines and the way this matchup is being portrayed. How do you feel going into it? Do you feel like New England's got what it takes to shut you guys down, or do you think you're so confident in your offense that you can't be stopped?
Well, I know the New England Patriots are capable of winning because they've had a consistent history of it with Tom Brady and Belichick, Hall of Fame quarterback, I'm sure, and Hall of Fame soon-to-be head coach. And they got a scatter of players who can make plays. But so do we. I feel like Atlanta is being disrespected just for the fact that all I keep hearing is, like you said, Patriots don't look at us, or at least the media doesn't look at us as a formidable opponent. Like they would have rather have had somebody else. Well, excuse me, that Atlanta stepped up and played they needed to do to get to this point. I don't care what the ratings in NFL want. If a team is deserving to be there, like your Seahawks, then they're deserving to be there. It's other teams' faults for not performing. I feel disrespected because I keep hearing all the weapons that the Patriots have with Martellus Bennett and, Gronkowski's out, big loss, but they got, Bennett and Edelman and Lewis, is a speedy guy, and they got a really good defense, obviously, only about 14 points average a game. But when you think about it, what do we have? Because all I keep hearing is the Falcons got to focus on a lot of things for the Patriots because they can dump it off to anybody. Well, hello. The Falcons, you can basically got to focus on, 10 people on offense and a couple on defense. And, it's the underdog role as expected, going against the Patriots. But I would love nothing more than to pop on cam Monday, talk to my friends, and hear the radio shows of these people up in Boston, Red Sox and Patriots Central to get a little stick in, get a little slap in the face, so to speak, like eat their words, because Atlanta deserves to be here. Patriots deserve to be here. And I really believe Atlanta can win because we're quicker. Atlanta's the more talented team. It's just Atlanta's got to make the plays and believe they can do it. They can't get intimidated by who they're playing on the other side. So
what do you think's the key for Atlanta to get a win in this game? Who's going to have to step up? Who are the key guys who have to make it happen?
Everybody. Just like Dan Quinn says, and you should know how he talks, brotherhood, stick to what you've been doing. Don't change a thing. Just play your game. Atlanta plays the game that I got them here. They can't be beat. That means run the ball, get to other players, spread the ball around, play aggressive defense on third down, and just play smart. Just play. I mean, I know the pressure of a Super Bowl is a lot different than a regular game or even maybe a NFC Championship or divisionals, but, it is technically overall a football game. You can't let the pressure of the big game get to you. You can't get those sweaty palms, when trying to catch the ball, and you can't all of a sudden, get rattled in the pocket and throw to the wrong guy. Everybody's nervous on both teams. Everybody. They're confident, but everybody wants to make that perfect play on both sides. So just got to have confidence and play the game that got us here. We'll be fine.
So your offense, obviously, is number one in the NFL. So I think it's pretty clear what you guys have to do on offense. The big question everybody has is, what about the defense? Your defense was kind of not so strong in the beginning, but got better as the season went along, but is not technically ranked up there as strong as the Patriots defense. How are you going to stop Tom Brady and the Patriots offense?
Pressure. Got to put pressure. We picked up Dwight Freeney for that reason, and he's been a good influence on Vic Beasley, and the presence of everybody has gotten Fabino to play better, and Hageman to play better, and Brooks Reed to play better, and Neal and Jones are making plays in our linebacker position, and our Alford is playing a lot better. He can stay away from the pass interference calls, and Collins is playing good. I'm not trying to sound cocky, man, because I know Atlanta can lose. I could be humbled Sunday. I could. But when you get everything clicking on every aspect, from the coaches to every player on the team making plays, how can you not go in there and expect to win? Again, Norb, all I'm hoping is that we don't pick Sunday to get so nervous that we just, forget what got us there. I don't want a certain play to take us out of our rhythm. I believe Atlanta scores first, we're going to win this game. I believe scoring first is key. I believe if we win the coin toss, let the Patriots get the ball first, because you stop them, which I believe we can. You're automatically going to be one series up, and you're going to get the ball in the third quarter and just do what you do. Go down the field and score a touchdown. I know the Patriots defense has only allowed 14 points average, but they haven't played a team like ours yet. And this is how I'm going to be a 50-50. This is the best team that the Patriots have faced this year. And the Patriots are the best team that we face this year. So number one offense, number one defense, it really doesn't matter. It kind of evens itself out. It's who makes the play at the moment. They're going to want to stick to what they do. We're going to want to stick to what we do. I believe Atlanta can win. I'm nervous. Don't get me wrong. I'm nervous as heck, man. It's for the Super Bowl championship. Confident that Atlanta's going to get this done and bring home us a Super Bowl championship.
What about the experience factor? Obviously, the Patriots have been in these big games. They've been to the Super Bowl, the seventh time now? And they've been in multiple NFC or AFC championships. The experience of Brady and Belichick goes back a long ways, spanning over a decade. Do you feel like that's a factor in this game with relatively young coach, young team with a lot of up-and-coming guys who haven't had that playoff experience? How do you think that'll play into this game? Do you think it will play a factor in this game?
Well, I can't sit here and lie and say it won't. Because, the more you do things in life, the better you get at it. So obviously that was going to play a key, but you also have to remember Dwight Freeney's been in the postseason before, won a Super Bowl. Dan Quinn, former Seahawks coach, played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He's had some experience and was there when you won. So obviously so, but, experience still got the Patriots 3 Super Bowl losses, right? So it's not like they can't lose. They're not God. They're not unbeatable. It's just being at the right place at the right time. And I expect that Atlanta's going to come out and take care of business. But I'll be the first to pop on here if it doesn't roll my way. But, until it happens, I'm extremely confident. Atlanta hasn't shown me anything down the stretch and in the postseason that says that we can't get the job done. I would say the only thing I'm worried about, man, is the name Atlanta. Because with all my teams, Falcons, Hawks, Braves, etc., in the big games, big time championship, World Series, whatever, national title games, whatever, we come up short. And I'm hoping that the gods are like, okay, we're going to let Atlanta take this one.
The sports gods have been good to the teams who have been starving. Look at the Chicago Cubs. Look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, teams that haven't had them. Why
not Atlanta? Does it just because the team has an Atlanta name in it doesn't mean we can't win it. All my teams have just been unfortunate for not making plays in the clutch, except once, the Braves in '95. So why not Atlanta? Everybody's got to get there first, right? Seattle had to get there first. Patriots, 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, Packers, they had to get there first, right? So it's our time now.
Well, I'm personally hoping, I'm rooting against the Patriots like most of the free world is, I would think.
You want me to win, man. You want me to win, Norb. You want me to be happy, sir.
Well, there's a number of reasons I don't want to see the Patriots lose, and less reasons for me to not want the Falcons to lose. So, I definitely am hoping for things to come out in your guys' favor. And I hope if it does go your guys' favor, I hope the Patriots lose in the most heartbreaking, devastating way. And even if it's on the 1 yard line, I would have too much fun with that.
You want me to be honest, Norb? I don't know if I could stomach that. Everybody thinks it's going to be a close game. With the way the Patriots have been and everything, I would love Atlanta just to blow them out. I mean, no doubt. If they could make me, just like you guys, just like Denver did against, was it Seattle, 43-8? I'm sorry, it had to be
43-8.
Yeah, but could you imagine being able to coast for 3 hours while having a good time, drinking and eating, and knowing your team's going to win the Super Bowl? It's just a matter of time. The feeling would be unbelievable. So I would rather be a blowout, but right now I'll take it any way I can get it.
Well, I know for you a blowout would be much more preferred, but as a fan of football, I'd love to see it come down to a nail-biter at the end with you guys just coming out on top. But anyway, what's your prediction on this game? Do you have one? Do you dare to make one?
Well, I normally don't do predictions, but, I mean, during the playoffs, I've been kind of doing it. Atlanta plays their game, Norb. Atlanta's going to win by at least 10 points. If we don't play our game, it could be close. I could see the Patriots winning by a couple. I could see the Patriots blowing us out. I could see us blowing them out or close. It's who wants it, man. It's tough to want to pick a score because I just can't really do that. I just say Atlanta plays their game. We should win by 10. But I do want to say congrats to the Patriots for making it this far. Again, the Patriots are in a situation where I want my team to be on a consistent basis. For contending for championships. And when Dan Quinn came here, he brought that from Seattle. And I want it bad, man. That's all I'm saying. As a loyal fan and my loyal fan base members on YouTube and the ones I know off here and the real loyal fans of Atlanta, we deserve. We're long-suffering. We deserve to celebrate a major championship. And brotherhood, man, rise up. Let's get this Super Bowl, man, and go from there.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Well, the world will be watching on Sunday. And I guess for me, if I were to take a stab at the score, I'm going to say it's going to be 31-28 Atlanta.
That's so you say it's like 3 points?
3 points.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the line
I'll take
says,
it.
but I'm saying it's going to go the other way. And, I think it's relatively high scoring, but considering, the defense that New England's got, I think it's going to keep things close, nervously close. Mm-hmm. But you guys will edge them out at the end.
Let me ask you a question. When you went to your first Super Bowl, it's our second. I mean, even in '98, I don't know. I really didn't expect to get there, so I really didn't have any expectations. But this one, I really wanted bad. When you, on the week or two leading up to the Super Bowl, when did the nerves finally get away from you? Did the nerves get away from you once the kickoff happened? Or once the game was kind of, under control?
Are you talking about the Super Bowl, the first one, or the one that we won?
Either one is fine, or just the feelings of it.
because they were two very different games, as you well know.
Yeah.
Our first Super Bowl against Pittsburgh was nerves everywhere because that game was so frustrating. We were the better team that should have won, but we had so many oddball circumstances that resulted in us just not things going our way, that it was a frustrating game to watch from the beginning. Super Bowl 48, of course, we came out from the beginning and never looked back. So that was one of the more comfortable games of the entire season. So I didn't have many nerves I think once we got into once Percy Harvin returned that opening second half kickoff, pretty much all my nerves went away to where I thought, you had to respect Peyton Manning because they were still, remember, that number one offense. He had set the record for whatever it was, passing touchdowns or whatever. And so
but did you feel like better once the game finally kicked off? Once the game finally kicked off, you felt the butterflies kind of go away?
I don't know. I'm always nervous. If you ever watch my game reactions, I'm nervous all the time. So, I rarely relax until it really feels super comfortable. Because
I'm feeling it right now and have been.
I don't think you get comfortable unless you get a 3-score lead on the Patriots. Because, man, at Super Bowl 49, which we ultimately lost, we went up by 10 points. We were up 24-14. At a certain point, I thought we had him. That was, I can't remember if that was late third quarter, early fourth quarter, and before he made his comeback, and then, of course, the inevitable interception. But, that game was an up and down, not nail biter, stomach twister of a game. But
I don't want one of those.
We'll see. I'm kind of hoping for one of those, but for your sake, maybe you'll get lucky and you won't have a nail biter. But for the rest of the world, I'm looking for an exciting, close nail biter of a game. So we'll see how it ends up, man, and we'll check in with you after the game to get your reaction, win or lose, to see what it feels like after the Super Bowl, see where life is treating you at that point.
Yeah, but I'll hit you up on Sunday regardless. I'll text you, man, and let you know how I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you're going to say something.
We might do a live video on that day. We'll see how it goes. But
we'll see,
we'll do a more thorough one.
My phone's going to be blowing up. My phone's going to be blowing up that day.
Yeah. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Well, all I can say, man, enjoy the rest of the week. This is kind of what it's all about. The countdown to the big day. There's no better anticipation, no better excitement than to be on the cusp of the Super Bowl and to be in that game. So, like I said before, I'm envious of you guys, but you guys deserved it. And, best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you, Norb.
All right, so that's David, Sports Live in the ATL. You can subscribe to his channel, Sports Live in the ATL. And, of course, this is NorbCam, so please subscribe to me for more videos as the NFL and the world of football continues.
Super Bowl, baby. Rise up.
Woo! Go Hawks.